Mr. Tunde Bank Anthony joins us now. He's a member of the APC in Lagos. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Well, of course, lots of reactions already trailing this ministerial list, different shades of it. What's your impression?
Well, I'm very impressed with the list. It's a collective effort that shows the president is a good captain. It's very obvious the party has been carried along, and it's very clear the direction this government wants to go. With the 21 names released so far, it is clear and straightforward.
So what specifically are you very happy about?
I'm happy about the president recognizing the effort of people that work for his campaign to make him president, number one.
Okay, by compensating them with...
by making them part of this administration, because governance is a collective effort at the end of the day. You call them young, you call them old, you call them small. Even on that list, they will criticize the list. They will have a fault with you. So people who are just talking, somebody came and said, oh, the president is toxic, the president... What kind of manner is that? This is prerogative.
I would have been shocked if you would come on air and say the list wasn't all right. I mean, it would have been extremely surprising if you would come on air to say, why exactly, first of all, do you think that this list is okay?
Why do you think it's not okay?
I haven't said it isn't.
Okay.
I'm simply saying that I would have been shocked
if you say,
as a member of the APC if you had come on air to say that this list wasn't all right. I mean, I think everybody out there will expect a member of the APC to think that the list is fine.
Well, I'm talking from a very objective point of view. That is it.
Not as a member of the APC.
And as that as well, and I've been very, very sincere. I've had the arguments, I've different kind of negative reactions from people who are still sucking from the last defeat. The prerogatives of the president and APCs in government. What is wrong with the list? They complain of old age, of young age, of former governor, of former ministers, of former senators. Do you want them to plug from the cloud or from where to be a Nigerian minister? I don't understand what the issue is all about.
They keep saying that if this was this list of people you were going to bring up, from day one, from the day the president was sworn in, he could have produced this list.
Really? You see that easy?
Couldn't he have?
He couldn't have. Because if you guys are reporting in the press, oh, DSS screening, SSS screening, president wants to be sure about so many things, and he has taken his time, and he has come out with a list, and all you could say is that, oh, it could have been done in a day or two. If I come into channel, you tell me to pick people from channel today. It would take me more than a day to do that. You are talking 170 million Nigerians. Is Fashola the only Lagosian that could be in that cabinet? Hell no. Is he a good person? Hell no. But you have to be meticulous about things. That is the bottom line.
You started out by saying that these are the people who worked with him.
Of course.
170 million Nigerians did not work with him. So these people have always been there in front of him. He's been seeing them. Why did it take this long?
Because there are so many things to look into when it comes to governance. We've had a lot of bickerings behind closed doors, opposition trying to cause confusion. Oh, this is the list, that is not the list. But at the end of the day, the president has spoken. And it's left to the Senate to say we concur or we disagree.
Speaking about the Senate and National Assembly.
That's right.
Why is it that? Because the president, I mean, there hadn't been reports that he had met with the leadership of the National Assembly up until yesterday, where we understand that he called them into a meeting. And the pressure many have about that is to pave way, soft landing for this ministerial nominees.
Well,
why is that?
If you call it the impression people had, or many people had about that, or what they have about that, that is an impression. I mean, in any civilized democracy, where you have the sitting government with the parliament in place together, they have to meet. This is the first official assembly between the Parliament and the presidency.
Why is it now that this list, and then there's a lot of comments about those who made the list, and then they bar the press from covering it, and the public officials anymore?
Excuse me, I believe after the closed-door meeting, there will be a press statement from the press officers who will tell you what the meeting was all about. It's standard.
You know why Nigerians are worried? They're worried that the APC took almost forever, 4 months, to come up with a list of people already known. So if you were digging into unknown faces and names and resume, then it would mean a lot to Nigerians that you're actually looking into their resume. If you look at some of the past governors and some other people that have been on the scene, politically speaking, and national scene, you don't have to waste too much of time and resources to know that these people have this form of achievement or otherwise, and come up with a list within the first few days in office.
I mean, are you saying that the presidents knew from day one who will be his ministers?
I mean, who doesn't know some of these people that
we know them,
some were
but
fantastic or otherwise?
Sulaiman, we know them. We know most of them. From the people from the southwest, we know them. We know most of them.
But the president has been in Nigeria, and he's been a politician.
But the president, it will not be an easy job for him to wake up and say, today, 30th of May or 1st of July, I believe Sulaiman will be my minister. I mean, this is a political party, for crying out loud. He still made consultations with the party chieftain. That is period.
So in other words, when he said he belongs to nobody, he was for everybody, and just, back and forth, he still went ahead to have consultation with the party chieftains.
He won that ticket on the platform of APC. Period. That is the bottom line. Whatever you make of that statement, he has not come out and tell anybody what he meant. I belong to everybody. I belong to nobody. He has made that statement, and people have twisted and turned it around for the past few months, and the man has not reacted to them. It's for you to think of it in a positive or in the negative.
Are you satisfied with the list, in all fairness?
If you tell me where you have a problem, maybe I will address that.
I'll tell you where some party members have problems. Yes, some party
APC
members. Yes, APC members.
Okay, please.
Especially the youth. They are complaining that no young person is on that particular list. The APC youth.
Well, okay, I will address this issue methodically, right? Is it from the youth?
Methodically, did you say?
Is it from the youth of APC?
The
youth in the media.
The youth of APC.
The youth of APC. Well, I mean,
the media. The media
course,
are not the youth.
Maybe the youth in the social media. You are talking about the youth of the APC. I would say something.
Youth of the APC, youth of the social media. They are all youth. It's not representative of youth.
Case,
what is your youth clarification? What age is youth in Nigeria? Is it from 18 to 35, or what? Or 18 to 40? Because I know a youth is between 18 to 35.
I will not try to define it, but those complaining those complaining are within the bracket of 18 and 35.
Okay.
Members of APC.
Okay. That they are not fairly represented at the cabinet. The president has released 21 names out of possibly 36 or 41. You understand me? And so let us wait for the full list.
And they also said the list coming doesn't also have young persons.
So they
have an idea.
So they know of that already. The point
They are
is,
your party members.
I mean, they know of the list coming already.
You said there was party consultation. So
of course.
Shouldn't they be able to speculate?
So the youth are aware of the list coming already. I'm not aware of any youth of APC complaining about this list. This list, you see, somebody came here and said...
But if they were?
If they were,
what would you say?
They have a legitimate right to complain.
I thought you say if they were, they should be rest assured that they will be represented in the next batch.
So I'm not the president of Nigeria. The youth of Nigeria want a fair representation in this government. The president, you don't have to be in the ministerial position to have a representation in this government. There are so many cadres of government you could equally represent the youth or your gender there. So the issue about, we've not had ministers now for 4 months.
How did you know what the one I was going to come to?
Okay.
Because you just lumped it together. I don't think that is fair for us to just say it's not about youth or gender. I mean, because if we're coming from an administration that promised women and did deliver on that one, 35%, why should we go back to the days where women had to beg for, you know, piecemeal appointments?
Excuse me, don't forget that the last election, the only party that had a woman as their government candidate was APC, right? And don't forget that that case is still in court. And this woman already is on the list of the ministers. And we have 21 more, we have about 15 more names
That's
to go.
one woman out of, 36 states. One might argue that there's not much you can do there if she doesn't win or if she wins. I mean, you first of all have to go through party nomination and you have to stand for election. But there is a lot that the president can do in terms of appointment and ensuring that women are fairly represented. I mean, their population should count for something.
Yeah.
And the amount of women who come out to vote should count for something as well.
I mean, are you trying to give a judgment or a 4-year tenure in 4 months? Was all the ministers
I'm simply
in
saying
the last administration appointed from the onset?
From this list, if we have 3 women, so far so good. We do not know how many more women will be appointed.
Why don't you wait?
I don't think there will be all women.
How many women are
But
here?
if we're to go,
How many women are here?
how many women
That's
should be
right.
here?
I'm asking you.
This is not a political party.
I'm telling you, it's an organization. The bottom line is that why don't you wait? Don't be preemptive. Let's see what the other list will do, and let's see how women will be in government.